I got a quick bunch of verses in the New Testament that show Jesus is clearly not God. First, you have Matthew 24:36, where Jesus says, "Of the hour, the angels do not know, neither does the Son, but only the Father." And only the real God knows when the hour is. Jesus doesn't know, the angels don't know, no man knows. Next, in Luke 2:52, it says that Jesus grew in wisdom and in stature, and he grew in divine favor and human favor. So he's growing and learning. So he's not God. God doesn't learn. And he's getting more divine favor, meaning he's becoming closer to God. And he's getting human favor, meaning people love him more. So if he's getting divine favor, how does he God? Next, in Luke 13:31-34, when the Pharisees tell him Herod wants to kill him, he says it's impossible for a prophet to be killed outside of Jerusalem. So he lets them know clearly that he sees himself as a prophet of God. In John 8:40, when the Jews are angry with him, he says to them that if you were the sons of Abraham, you would do what Abraham did. He said, "But I am a man telling you what I heard from God, and you want to kill me." That's not what Abraham did. So he tells them he's just a man that is telling them what he has heard from God. Next, in John 17:3, he makes it clear. He says, "This is eternal life, that they know you, the only true God, and Jesus who you sent." So he separates himself from the only true God. He says, the Father is the only true God, and the Father is the one that sent Jesus, right? He's God's messenger. Also in John 20:17, when he's talking to Mary Magdalene before he ascends, he says, "I'm ascending to my Father and your Father, my God and your God," right? So he's telling you he has a God. So how could he be God? And then finally, in Mark 10:17-18, and also the same thing is happening in Luke 18:14, he says to the guy who says to him, "Oh, good master," he says, "Why do you call me good? There is none who is good but God alone." So he's very clearly saying that he's not God. Actually, it's so clear that the author of Matthew didn't like it, and so he changed the wording and made Jesus say, "Why do you ask me about what's good? Only God alone is good." Because he didn't like it, that it shows how clear that Jesus is not God. Subhanallah.